Hello again, everybody. It is Latino Dutchman, and my hobbies is books and foreign languages, among a myriad of other things that I like to talk about and present. As for the foreign languages part, I just pulled some things out. I've been packing things, repacking, and rearranging things because hopefully I'll get out of this bloody house. And this is Korean alphabet flashcards. I'm also doing the word search, trying to retain Korean text and eventually be somewhat literate in the language. But languages in general take a good amount of time to really get the hang of, especially, when it's a language from a non-European background, an Asian language. So it's not like other European languages, a lot of similarities and such that you can kind of decode in your head right off bat. Now, this takes time, but again, it's a great brain exercise. This is one of my Lonely Planet books. I got a Korean one too, but I got a thing for the Baltics. And so far I've been in Estonia and Latvia, and more Estonia. Latvia was pretty much a layover, but I can say I've been there, and I'm not lying. But Lithuania is still on the bucket list. And I don't speak any of those languages, but it's just nice, for my curiosity to see what the language looks like. And I'm partial to Estonian myself because I'm a haphazard Finnish speaker, so there's a lot of similarities. I recognize a lot of especially simple words in Estonian, but I'm not going to lie and say that, I can comprehend everything and understand everything, but it's like a little deja vu. And Tallinn is awesome. I might go to Narva by the Russian border. Narva. I can't cross without permission. It's not part of the Soviet Union anymore. The Soviet Union is gone. That's what I get in a little bit of it with, these open borders advocates and these bleeding hearts. Oh, they only came for a better life. No human being is illegal. Yeah, I'll cross the Narva River and tell them that. No, boundaries change, borders change, whether you like it or not. And these are two languages that have been a part of my life in one way or another. This is for Swedish. I haven't even got to it yet. I've had this a while. I have like a little, it's almost like I'm hoarding these, but I got a little pile of these that I haven't even got started in. But again, it's mainly for, my mental exercise. So this is Swedish, or svenska, please pardon the glare, to help build my vocabulary. And this is German. I'm mainly a Dutch speaker, but I still like to practice German. And Dutch don't like it when you say that their language is like German. But there are a lot of close similarities within the Germanic language family. And because and also I'm somewhat related to the Swedes, I love my ancestry. Say what you want about mixed people. And this is more of like a art book. Let me change the focus a bit. This is One Man Army. It's by artist Gil Cohen. He did the depictions of the protagonist Mac Bolan. He's like the killer vigilante called the Executioner. Actually, if you're a Marvel fan, if you're into the Punisher character was actually built on the template of Mac Bolan. They just simplified it. And if you know the main storyline is, he came back from Vietnam and his whole family was killed by the mafia. Everybody. Just like the Punisher movie with Tom Jane. And he's got a vendetta and he wants to kill the bad guys. I mean, he's not like Batman. He beats them up and then, ties them to a lamppost for the cops to get him later. No, he puts them on ice for good. And so there's been stories. I did read a couple way back in the day. A friend of mine in middle school, he was all about Mac Bolan, and he'd tell me the plots himself, and some really cool, intense plots that would have made an awesome action movie in my head. So, and there's some things that talk about it, like a little notes and stuff to give you the gist of what's going on, and pretty much the rest of the way it's just still photo, not really photo. I mean, paintings, depictions, drawings, or what the artist depict. Because he's getting some really shady people. He's probably breaking up a trafficking ring or white slavery, drug pushers. I mean, he goes after the big people, the big cheese of crime, and then they're dead. And it's pretty much the tough guy warrior fantasy. So these are SR-71. That's obsolete now, but that was the fastest jet in the world. Again, just romanticized depictions of action and adventure. Looks like the Vietnam era grunt, like way back in my dad's day. So, and it's mainly what they call pulp art. And it was considered lowbrow art because it was mainly on like dime a dozen disposable novels, and you'd forget about it, and it'd just be archived and lost in time. But for fans that appreciate the art, of the pulp covers, the book covers, this is pretty interesting, and this is also available. I might scoop a couple of these titles later, depending on how things go. So you can go to menspulpmags.com, the Men's Adventure Library, and you could probably order it direct on then, or Amazon. What can you not find on Amazon? I'm highly recommended, especially for book fans. And I finished reading all the Spy Family. I got 4 Spy Family, and I finished all of them back to back. So I'm going to get started again on the rest of my 50s horror comics. And this is Haunts of Fear, Volume 1, 2, 3. And there's more. But, I got to pinch pennies for a good while now. All right, and that's over for you fans of literary material and art, comic art, and pulp art. Over and out. Nakami.